Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy WyattRiot here.
And this is episode 1. Today we're going to talk about
How to interact with people with physical disabilities.
and myths about people with disabilities. Okay, so how does it make you feel when we're in the community roundabout, we're at the store or whatever, and a little kid is staring at you and his parents are like, "Oh no, don't stare, don't stare."
Well, I think it's right for little kids to stare a little bit because they've never seen the wheelchair before, the power chair before, and I don't blame the parents, but it's okay if they stare. It means that they're intrigued, and I try to approach the parent and the child, and I say it's okay for you to ask questions.
What's a question that you get a lot from little kids?
I get a lot. What does that do? I get asked, what does that do? And I tell them, basically, I say it's a mode of transportation for me. It's a way for me to get around. I tell them it's like walking for me. It's like I'm walking, but I'm just using the toggle switch to move.
Yeah?
So.
Do little kids ever ask you, what's wrong with you? Or, what's wrong with him?
Sometimes I do get those questions a little bit every now and then, and I try to say it in the way that they understand. I try to basically say, I try to say, I can't walk as good as you can, and this helps me out, and my brain can't communicate with my legs very well. But usually some of that actually comes from the teenagers more.
Yeah?
Because I feel like as a young child, you're introduced to it more because they make it a prime example and they make it a point to introduce it to you as you're a child and as you're growing up, so that you're more diverse. But as we get older, we start to see them lose diversity in the upper grade levels, such as middle school and high school.
Yeah.
And then as adults get older, some of them, they look at us like we're not really normal in society, but yes, we are completely normal. You just don't see a lot of us around a whole lot.
Yeah.
But we're out there, guys. You just have to look for us.
So how would you describe CP, just in general?
In general, I describe it as if you've had a Charlie horse, and it's just that way 24/7 all the time. And I don't really register it that badly anymore because I'm used to it. My body's become accustomed to dealing with the pain. But every now and then, if I get a really bad one, then it really affects me, and it looks like I'm seizuring or spasming. That's what it looks like. But that's basically what it is. It's a spasm for your whole entire body.
Yeah. So when you need help, do you like it when people just come up and help you, or would you prefer that they wait for you to ask?
I prefer if they would wait for me to ask. Now, every now and then, let's say I'm at my community college and, I can't necessarily get to my class because the door's not open and there's somebody that's like, oh, let me do that for you. That's acceptable. But if there's something that I can do, reach for something that's on a shelf, I'll do that. You don't have to. I appreciate you trying to be nice and everything, but you're really enabling me to be lazy and not being able for me to do things.
And it's kind of rude and dismissive to assume that you can do things for yourself.
Yes, especially at certain restaurants.
We get that a lot.
Well, I get that a lot.
Panda Express every time.
Panda Express every single time. They're like,
oh, what would he like to me?
Exactly.
And I'm like, I don't know, Wyatt. What would you like?
Yeah, just ask me.
Who knows what Wyatt wants?
Yeah, ask me what I want. Don't talk to me. Don't ask her and be like, what would he like? Because I can.
I think another thing that we get a lot is people. Oops. I think another thing that we get a lot is people tend to assume that I'm his nurse, which is really weird.
Or sister, which is really weird as well.
Yeah, sister, because I think they have this idea that people with disabilities don't have friends outside of their family.
Yes. Which is somewhat true and somewhat not true,
but it shouldn't be true.
It shouldn't be true, and we really need to do a better job of inclusion of that, inclusion in society, and also why is she in the video? I don't need her in the video.
Baby, this is Dixie.
Sorry guys, this is Dixie, and just to clear things up, she's not a service dog. She's actually just a regular family dog. So.
She's so smart. She's a blue heeler.
Yeah, she is so smart. Yes, she
just looked
is.
me in the face.
Can we edit this out?
Yes.
Okay. So anyway. So anyway, getting back.
Late December 1960.
Okay, Dixie. I'm not okay. Okay, baby. Hi. How are you? Good. Okay. Getting back to the story. Why do you want?
She can just sit in my lap while we're recording. Okay.
Okay.
Go back to it.
Well. Anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, inclusion is the best way to integrate, to help people with disabilities with the communication skills and just to make them feel wanted in today's society.
And appreciated.
So that's a great thing that we're trying to strive for. And also, it would be great if Hollywood would also invite us to the party and invite us to the table so that way we can actually play ourselves instead of having able-bodied people do it. For me and a bunch of other people that I probably don't know, it's kind of like a slap in the face to us because we have talent too.
Well, it's kind of insulting to watch someone pretend that they have a disability.
Yes, it's very insulting.
I think in maybe 10 or 20 years, it's not going to be acceptable at all. Just blackface isn't acceptable anymore. Obviously it's not that bad, but I feel like it's going to be considered almost that bad.
Yeah,